Hi guys, just wait for a while. We'll start this session. Oh, just give me 1 minute. All right. Let me see if you're all okay. Okay. All good? Yes, all good. So sorry for a little bit hiccups, but let's start. I hope you guys are able to see my screen. Just put in chat if you're able to see my screen. All right. So what we are going to discuss today, we are going to discuss again part 2 of the Zscaler, right? What we have done discussion yesterday as well. So we have to understand, right, how the other tabs is going to be look like. Similar to this study, we try to understand about the dashboards. We have the different criteria on the dashboards. In these dashboards, we have the option, right? We can customize the widgets. We can see different section available in the widgets. And these widgets are going to give us clear view what is happening in my security infrastructure, which user is accessing what type of applications, and when he is doing any application access, right? Then how behavior is look like in terms of the security, in terms of the file transfer, in terms of the malware protections, so everything. So this dashboard is giving the overview, and at least by clicking on this different section, by adding different like the customization on the widgets, you can see that what is happening on my overall network section. And if you want to do the deep dive about the troubleshooting part, so you have the option. In this option, you can go for the analytics. In this analytics, we have the two sections. One is the reporting and one is the insights. So reporting, as I discussed yesterday, it's more about like you want to pull the reports based on your organizational need. You want to get some kind of the risk score. You want to do some kind of the peer comparison analysis. That all are available, right? System audit, if you want to do that, right? That is also available. System, if you want to check like which system, which user, what kind of the file transfer they have done, and what is happening in their network as well, that all is possible. You can do that. There is no problem at all. Additionally, if you want to check your SaaS applications as well, that is also possible, right? Your SaaS application also, if you want to see that, that is also possible. You can check your SaaS application, what is happening on SaaS applications. What else? Sandbox activity. You can easily check what is happening in my sandbox. If you want to check any IoT discovery report, that is also possible. Data discovery report, that is also possible. Most important thing for the deep troubleshooting. And if I'm talking about deep troubleshooting, that means if you have to really check out what is happening on my web traffic. So we have the different web traffic and non-web traffic. So if I talk about the web traffic, that means any web-based applications, means any user sitting in the office, he is trying to access the HTTP sites which going to work on the port 80. If they are going to access HTTPS website which are going on work port 3. So how this communication is going to look like, and what all URL they are going to be access, and if the URL is they are going to access, they are the normal internet based URL, they are fall under the cloud application based URL. Even you can check the source IP, destination IP, port number. Even you are doing the SSL inspection, that also you are going to check. Any forwarding profile it is going to be applied, that also going to be checked during the web insights, what I showed yesterday, right? So similarly, likewise, the web insight, we have the mobile insights, we discuss about it. We have the firewall insights, means we discussed in the firewall also, like we have two type of the traffic. One is the like web traffic, right? And if I discuss about the web traffic, that means any port 80 in 443, and we have the non-web traffic. And what is non-web traffic? That is apart from port 80 and 443, whatever traffic we have. Likewise, port 22, this is for the SSH. We have the port 23, this is for the telnet, right? We have the port 53, this is for the DNS, right? We have another FTP traffic, right? We have SFTP traffic. So we have n number of the non-web traffic. So if even my non-web traffic is going to be processed from my ZIA tenant or might be zero trust exchange, in that scenario also, I should have the proper insights and logs, and I can understand what is happening in my network. All right. So because we are building our basic concept about the Zscaler, so let's discuss about after insight what tabs we have. So dashboard I explained. This, this is the GIA. And if you click on this GIA and dashboard, you're going to get the dashboard here. In the dashboard also, we have the web overview. We have the security overview. We have the web browsing, mobile application, DNS. So a lot of tabs are available in the dashboard also. So we discuss overall dashboard, right? And this is just for the web. And it is just showing the traffic related to your HTTP and HTTPS. This is a default one, means any internet-based traffic you are going to access, that it is showing here. But let's say suppose I want to check some security related traffic. So it's like, is there any kind of the virus, malware, spyware, advanced threat is going to happen, sandbox is going to be happen, top user location, like user location, advanced location, that all traffic is going to be available in this section. So in case, if you want to see in my organization, is there any virus is affected from my any kind of the traffic, any computer has been affected, any vulnerability has been arrived during any upload and download or doing any internet-based communication, that all information is going to be available, and you can check on this particular security dashboard. Additionally, if you want to check the sandbox means 0-day tracking. 0-day attack means the attack, the virus, the worm, whatever we have, if that signature is not available. So if any virus, any spyware, any advanced threat is going to be processed through my zero trust exchange, then how it is going to be checked and how this is going to be cached by zero trust, so that he can take an action, and might be he is going to block that particular file, or might be isolate that particular file, or might be quarantine that particular file. So you have different kind of the criteria. We'll see that what is the quarantine, what is the isolation, what is the blocking, and what is the allow. So based on that, your policies, they are going to check, and then they are going to take an action. But sandbox is something which is the real time, means if any malicious thing is going to happen, for that there is no signature. Sandbox is going to be analyzed based on the AI and the machine learning algorithm, and they are going to create a real time signature for you. And once you have the real time signature, you probably going to protect your all communication without any problem. So this is your sandbox. So we not have any kind of the virus, because this tenant have no real-time traffic. So we not have any kind of the virus, any kind of advanced threats. So you cannot see any here, right? So web insight, web overview, we understand. Now security. Now similarly, we are doing the web browsing. So this is all type web, but especially for the browsing, like you are having any protocols, like you are doing the HTTP proxy, HTTP SSL, HTTPS. So what all browsing you are doing, that traffic is here. Means you can see different web browsing was happening in last 5 days. You can check in last 3 days as well. So you can find the very nice graph, and you can see web browsing trend, what kind of traffic, business, most of the time business use it was happen, productivity loss was happen, might be someone is watching some kind of the streaming media, audio streaming, YouTube and all. So that's why you having the less productivity, and bandwidth loss also there is something. So you having also top URL category for which we have the different transitions. So you can see professional services. We have 334 transitions, information technology 296, internet services 291, corporate marketing that 265. So CDN, right? Content delivery node, file host, you can see 67, CDN is 87, online shopping, someone have done the operating system and software updates, that is also available, DNS and HTTP. So you can see these are the different like kind of the users and some top users information also available here. So you can use that, and based on that you can see the transitions also available here. And you can see total business web browsing summary, you can see also. And these are different top users you can see, and these are different URLs. So we have a lot of information here. If you want to still customize for the web browsing for the different requirement based on your organization need, you want to see in the cloud application web browsing how many happen, that also you can check that without any problem. Okay, so that means your web insight is going to be look like in this section for the web browsing. Similarly for the cloud applications, so we have the URL based checks. Now if you want to check with the cloud base, that is also possible, and you can check that as well. So how it is going to look like, if you want to check for the any cloud based application checks for last 5 days, so you can say what happened in last 5 days and 3 days. So you can see Okta, iCloud, WordTune. These are the different Amazon S3. We have skill jar, that is for the Zscaler skill jar for the any kind of certification, any kind of course you are doing for the from the Zscaler Academy. So that is going to be captured in the skill jar. So that is a productivity and CRM tool. And ARC GIS online also, it's a productivity tool. So we have the Zoom operation, cookie log, DigiCert, YouTube. So we have the lot of cloud applications as well. And you want to see which category, and you want to just scroll right down. You can see number of threats index, risk level also this is showing. So no data threat index, and you want to check in the last how much users in GB, means how much bandwidth they have been consumed. So that is also available to see in this particular section, right? So this is what cloud application is available, and you can check this cloud applications. And YouTube, you can see some data is available, and also you want to see some social networking, that is also available. You want to just customize again, right? You want to add some note and you want to customize your widgets, that is also possible. So even for the main dashboard, we can see that, but different dashboard like mobile application, you want to see that. So again, this data is going to be available. If you want to show DNS, that also it is available. If you want to see for the firewall overview, that is also available, right? If you want to see the firewall overview, entire top application, which is going to be processed, which already processed of the particular zero trust exchange, that all information is showing here. If you want to check for the top network services, top services, that all is available here. And bandwidth control, if you have anything and you want to check that, that is also available here. Like based on the applications, we have the option. When let's suppose someone trying to access the YouTube, so you want to control the bandwidth, that is also possible, right? Means this particular application or this particular user, how much maximum bandwidth he can or she can use that. So total bandwidth you can define, per user bandwidth you can define. So a lot of flexibility we have, and based on our flexibility, we can define different bandwidth as well. All right. So this bandwidth control also available. And if you want to have the special Office 365 you are running. So if you want to view what is happening in my Office 365, like top offering locations, that's a road warrior. Means road warrior means the user who is working from the home or anywhere, not in office. So in Zscaler, the user who is working from the anywhere, they known as the road warrior. There is two types of user. One user either working from the office, right? So if you're working from the office, you cannot be road warrior. If you're working from anywhere, then you are going to be called as a road warrior. So any location that is a road warrior, that means this user is working from the anywhere, might be the home, might be in airport, might be in some hotel, he is traveling out of the country. So all total office traffic volume, how much it was happened last 5 days, and you can see like most byte, how much it has been consumed, That all information is available. You can see it here, and it is going to be give the view. It is look like entire thing which is available on this particular dashboard. It is, again, you want to customize, you can do that. Else you can just refer and you can just have to get some insight. Similarly, you have the IPS overview, that is intrusion prevention systems. So it's a good thing which has been integrated to just, track what is happening in terms of the threats, right? We have threats, we have the vulnerabilities. So we have some intelligence engine available here. Based on that intelligence engine, basically we can see what is happening in my network or overall zero trust exchange when the data is going to be transmitted. And based on that, you can just check it. And after checking, you can probably see that uh, about the all IPS block location, which location the traffic has been blocked, which block top rule which is going to be hit, and threat category, block user. So we have a lot of information. We can check it here from the dashboard as well. So the dashboard itself having a lot of things. Yesterday we discussed more about the overview, but in addition of that, we also having a different section which you should know about it. Okay. Moving next, analytics. So analytics, I believe we discuss each and everything in a study session. So I don't think it is going to require again, we have to discuss it. So I'm just skipping this part, right? So at least you know these three sections, right? GIA is the product name, platform, dashboard you understand, analytics you understand. So it's all about the overview, all about the summary, what is happening in my network. And analytics is all about the visibility reporting, and it is just going to help you in terms of troubleshooting. Now, the most important part is going to be configuration and management. So you can see if you want to do the configuration and management, then how you have to do that. So now how Zero Trust is going to be configuration and management. So how this configuration and management is going to be happen. So these two things here. One is the policy and one is the administrator. These two things is going to help in terms of the monitoring. Just guys, give me 1 minute. Let me take one call. So now we have this policy and administration, and based on this policy and administration, we can do entire configuration and management. So this is the most important thing. After troubleshooting, you should also know how I can do the configuration and management, right? So in the policy section, if you see here, in this policy section, if I just go and open, entire policy is going to be there. So let's see what are the policy we have. So if I click the policy, we have the first section is the web policy. And in this web, we have malware protections, we have the advanced threat protections, we have sandbox, we have secure browsing, we have DLP, data loss preventions, we have the URL and cloud filtering, means cloud control, file type control, bandwidth control, SSL inspection. These are the most powerful things, guys. It's available in the Zscaler. And if you want to do these all things like web insights, so you have to create the policy in the web section. And the first section is known as the security one. And this is the DLP and this is the access control. So what is the security? So we just have to understand security is in web, security is something. If I have any kind of the attack, like malware attack, any kind of the vulnerability attack, DOS attack, any kind of the spyware things is going to be happen, any virus is going to be happen, any kind of the zero day attack is going to be happen. For that sandbox, anything you want to access securely without any kind of the malware interference, right? So these all are going to come in the security section. You can see this is security. So security have the 4 parameters. That more responsibility is secure your all communication from any unauthorized, any virus, any malware, any DOS should not be come during your all transitions. So this is about the security. Now we have a DLP. DLP is more about, again, part of the web. This is just to stop any kind of data loss. Let's suppose someone sitting in the office and he or she might be intentionally or unintentionally some critical confidential file they have uploaded in the box.com on Google Drive, or might be any other public domain which is going to be uploaded, and based on the upload they might be someone is going to utilize that file for their own business need. So that's again a problem, right? Makes sense. So how those things is going to be avoided, that's also most important thing. So any file if you are going to be upload or download and it looks it is not aligning with our company policy or company compliance policy, so that should be definitely stopped by something that is known as DLP engine of the Zscaler Zero Trust Exchange. So it is a very powerful. They have the various type of the regex dictionary. You can customize. You can just manipulate many parameters. Some predefined parameter also like credit card, Aadhaar number, social security number. If you want to block those kind of informations or any customized information, customized file, regex regular expression base, you want to analyze that any data, that is also possible. And it's absolutely doable and you can do that also. So this is a DLP, just protection of your data. Now we have the third section, that is the secure access. Secure access means access control. And it's all about like you are sitting in the office. So which URL you should access, which application you should access, which type of file you can download or upload. And if you are going to access any file, any URL, what is the bandwidth is going to be required? And do I need to do the SL decryption or inspection or not? So this is the most important. Let me give you the real-time example. Let's suppose I'm in the office. I have the multiple URL. I can go and use the facebook.com. I can go use the yahoo.com. I can use anything, right? So if I'm going to use the yahoo.com, facebook.com, in my company want Yahoo should be block, right? My company want Facebook should be blocked. So these URL can be blocked. If I go and block the URL category, it's like the anything coming from the Facebook domain that should be blocked. Then it is going to block anything coming for the Yahoo domain that should be blocked also. So we have the different URL names, and based on the URL, we have a different URL category as well. Based on that URL category and name, we can block that URL. So your company, whatever the URL domain name want to allow, that is only going to be allowed. Rest is going to be blocked. Similarly, we have the cloud app control as well. So what is the cloud app control? So if I talk about the cloud app control, means we have the multiple cloud app control, means cloud-based application. Let's suppose you have the Google Drive is the cloud-based application. Box.com is the cloud-based application. We have Salesforce is the cloud-based applications. We have the Workday is the cloud-based applications. So we have the Office 365 cloud-based application. So there are a lot of cloud-based application available. And these cloud-based also need to be restricted from your company point of view. It should be not like that. Anything is coming and you can just go and access that particular cloud-based application. No, it should not like with that. So if I want to access any cloud-based application, that should be also protected. That should be also controlled by my policy. And if I want only my cloud application, Office 365 should be allowed, and rest box.com, Google Drive should be blocked. That all is going to be blocked without any problem. All right. So this is how your cloud application is going to come in a picture, and cloud app control is going to come in a picture. Similarly, let's suppose you want to upload or download any files. Means, let's suppose your organization want to just not use the PDF files. Means you cannot download or upload the PDF file. Your organization is going to say you should not download, upload the any kind of the Excel file. So this is absolutely possible. You have the policy which can restrict those kind of the requirement, and it is not going to be allowed from your network, and it is finally going to be controlled from your network as well, right? So based on the files also you can restrict which file can be transmitted, which file cannot be transmitted from my network. Similarly, we have the bandwidth control. Bandwidth means which file, when I'm going to access, what bandwidth is going to require, which application we am going to access, which kind of the application is going to be required, right? And then we have the SL inspection, and this SL inspection is more about the HTTPS traffic. So what is HTTPS traffic? So any URL, if you are going to access any URL or FQDN fully qualified domain name, so you always notice that the traffic is going to be through HTTPS. Like I'm accessing the Google here. So this Google is even the HTTPS. If you just see here, see this is the HTTPS. So this is the one of the secure website, and any communication is going to happen. You can see this having the complete certificate, SSL certificate. They have the responsibility like to just encrypt and decrypt all the traffic, and when it is going to process through my any kind of the communication is going to be happen from my network, that is going to be protect my all encryption and decryptions, and nobody going to understand what is going to be happen. So in this Zscaler, this particular feature, SSL inspection, is going to be used. Let's suppose I'm downloading some file and it's encrypted file. So my zero trust exchange means Zscaler Internet Access tenant is not going to understand what is coming in my file and what is going in my file. It might be going to contain the malicious stuff. It is might be going to contain some kind of the virus. So it is very difficult to understand those kind of the information. So we have to protect those kind of information as well. So for that, we have to enable the SSL inspection. And once we are going to enable the SSL inspections, means even the encrypted file is going to be decrypted, and based on the decryption, you can analyze what is going to process via this particular package. And if any malicious file is going to be there, any vulnerability, any virus, that's going to be stopped by your firewall. So this is how SSL inspection is going to come in a picture. And this is the most important thing, guys. So now I believe you have the way, at least understanding how it is going to look like. We'll see how the policy is going to be look like one by one later stage. But at least for time being, you should know if you have to build the policy, if you want to control the virus, malware, threat, then this section is going, this engine is going to be used. And if you want to protect the DLP, data loss, then this is going to be used. And you want to control file type, control. So similar to the Palo Alto, right? Palo Alto firewall also we have this profile options, right? In this profile, we can apply the, in policy, we apply the different profiles, and those profiles are going to be used for different actions, right? This is similar to going to be happen in the same way. Little bit we have difference, but most of the things are going to be same thing, right? It is going to be happen. Now we have the other sections as well. You can see we have the SaaS security API. Means what is SaaS security API? Let's suppose you have the SaaS application, software as services. So you want to integrate with the API to just maintain the security if data is in available in the SaaS data or like any content is available, any communication is going to be happen. So any CASB you want to do the integration for the out of band like scanning or might in band scanning the communication. So how this API is going to be configured and how this API is going to control your all kind of the security parameters, how they are going to scan the file which are in the REST event, and how even they are going to check the posture management, like every parameter of the devices, even with SaaS application, which are compliant with the as per company policy or not. So this is for the advanced level thing. If you have to do the integration, that is also possible. Now we have this mobile section. In this mobile section, we have the one of the most important tab, Zscaler Client Connector Portal. If you click that, one new tab is going to be open, and this new tab is going to be land to the mobile connector portal. And this is the most important like tab, guys, right? If you want to build the pack file and all, so we have to cover this mobile portal, which is known as this. So you can see this known as the Zscaler Client Connector Portal. So this Zscaler Client Connector Portal, every user related information, any app you want to install in your devices, which all devices are enrolled in your section. You can see we have the different devices, different user which are the enrolled. They are the Mac or Windows. You can see the OS, even device model. You can see that what version they are running. If you want to see the password as well, so this is going to see the password as well. You can see like different password also we have here. So this is the machine name, this is the machine owner, right? And if you want to just see the OTP, right? So if you want to disable the ZDX, we have the OTP. If you want to disable this GIA, you have the OTP. You want to exit from the application, we have the OTP. So a lot of information we have. So we have to cover separately for this particular portal. In this portal, we have a lot of informations. So I'll cover this portal spatial and we'll discuss why it is very important, right? And here you can see here, like after this mobile malware protections also, like any mobile devices we see yesterday, we have a lot of mobile devices also, they are going to use this. You want to protect malware, so you can just configure that policy. You just click it here. It is just going to give that if any malicious activity is going to happen, that is block a known vulnerability, that is going to block unencrypted user credential, that is going to be allowed. So you can block, you can allow. So different policy can be configured, and based on different policy, you can allow, you can block as well. And that is a app store central mobile app. So if you want to just restrict the mobile app control as well, so there is no rule. But you want to app store control, you want to which application need to download, upload, which type of application, that is also possible. You can do it that as well. Last but not least, we have the firewall control. So in this section, we have the entire firewall related configuration. Means any non-web traffic, if it's going to be processed, then it is going to be controlled by the firewall policy. So you have the NAT policy, we have the firewall policy. Similar to the Palo Alto firewall, checkpoint firewall, FortiGate firewall, likewise, you create the policy. We have to create the policy. And in this policy, we have the, like, suppose I want to block this. So here is some policy, you can see. In this policy, if I'm going to click that, so it's showing the rule order and rule type block FTP file, and it is the enable rule, which department, all department, and it's showing who, where, right, and who, where, and the third one is the, let me show you, and when, means who, where, and when, means basically who is the user, where you want to go, and when you want to go. So you can just select the user. If we lift the default, means it's going to apply all user, all group, all department, and location. It's for the road warrior, means someone is working from the home, then only this policy is going to be enforced. If office, this is not going to be required. Any location, any time, any device. So you can see these are different action and services. What type of services? FTP, implicit, FTPS, TFTP. What action? Block. Application, this is again FTP and all. Source IP address, any source IP, destination IP address, any. So I don't care about the source and destination. I just care about the location, services, and users. And I want to block or allow, and I want to capture the logs. These all are available. So similarly, you can create a lot of rules here based on different rules. You can what you can do that you can create the firewall like policy. You can control that. So this is a firewall control. Similarly, you want to do the DNS control, like you want to see and you want to apply for the different DNS traffic, which DNS should be processed by network. So you can just allow the DNS traffic as well. You can see here we have the like different rule order you want to enable. You can see there is a, you want right now this rule is disabled. You want to enable, you can enable it, right? And it is asking like which type of the criteria, any DNS traffic, and you can see it is asking if you want to do rule level. So let's say what I want to do for the IT department, especially for this one, and it is asking for the request criteria. So this is phishing, botnet, callback. If this DNS application is going to match and response criteria this also, it is going to block. So these are the bad DNS. If any traffic is going to be happen from this department, any user is going to access, if this response is going to be captured, this traffic is going to block. So similar DNS protection, you can do that. Likewise, FTP control, you want to do for the FTP control. So allow FTP over the HTTP, that is disable. Means if you want to do the FTP over the browser, it's going to be disabled. Even you want to do the FTP over the your native like software, that is also going to be disabled. This is the normal behavior. You want to allow, you can allow it, but it's a disable. This feature is not going to work for by default. You can see here. By default, Zscaler service does not allow user from a location upload download files FTP sites. You can configure FTP control policy allows specific sites. So by default, it's a blog, but you want to allow, you can do that. If you want to bypass, you can do that also. All right. Similarly, you have the IPS control, intrusion prevention. So you can see we have the different kind of the malwares, advanced threat categories. And I want to block for the all department, all user, even I want to allow any malware and I don't want to scan those things. That is also possible. I can do that also. So in this IPS control, we can do a lot of things. And if I just show you a little bit, you can see similarly, it's blocking all and what the conditions I am blocking. These are the threat types. You can see botnet callback, brute force attack, and you can see reconnaissance attacks, suspected spyware or adware attack. These all are going to be dropped, right? So these all firewall is similar to your normal firewall, which you keep using in your production environment. Just it has been integrated with Zscaler. So a little bit we have to do research to understand the platform, but this is something, right? You have to digest, and this is going to be integrated with some advanced level of things, which is going to be used by Zscaler. They have the advanced level of concept, something new concept. So probably you have to digest those things all. And last but not least, you have the forwarding control. Forwarding control is just the way of forwarding the traffic from the user machine to GIA to GPA. So basically we can use the SIPA policy and all. And this is going to be help to just control your traffic to just forward from one location to another location. And this is how it is going to be happen, right? So guys, I believe I'm just closing this session here only for time being. And what we can do, we can cover this administration section in a different one because it's a very detailed one. We have to discuss a lot of things in here. So we'll have the separate session for this one and we'll discuss about this one. So for time being, we just cover the policy one and later we'll see how this policy is going to be configured and all. We'll see that once we have the basic understanding about all tabs, right? Then we'll do that all configuration part as well. So for time being, we okay, right? Thank you so much. Let's connect in the next class where we'll discuss about the administration section.